It's Dukki Boi again with another ghetto plethora of sorts. Do your boy a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe bell, hit that subscribe button and that bell, so I can start getting this content, this info out to more people. But one thing about it, and two things for sure, I appreciate everybody who rock with me, from my book to my music, to me personally, and to this ghetto plethora of sorts of my thoughts, my views, my opinions, my insight, and my perception on life in general. So I'm sitting here thinking, man, and I realize, the way so many of us came up, we was misguided, misled, misinformed, miseducated, and being street carried this thing of being real. Like, you equated so many people, millions of people across the country equated being street, being ghetto, being hood, being project to being real. Now, if you know that's definitely not true, because it's real and fake in whatever you do and wherever you go. But moving forward in 2021, the way of the world now, you don't even have to be a part of a particular demographic. You could just put on, you go get your starter kit and you could be whatever you want these days. You know what I mean? So now, being street has become marketable. Now, this the trick bag. They're marketing something that is really a played out sentiment. Like, man, that's over. Being street, being ignorant, being ghetto, it ain't fly no more. If it ever was, that was just a mindset. But now we know for sure, ain't nothing fly about that. Fly is intelligence. Fly is a hard-working man standing on his own 10 toes. Fly is a real man taking care of his household. Fly is being educated. Fly is a happy child doing what they want to do and not being pipelined through some type of institution, or not becoming a small pillar of an infrastructure that was set up against them anyway. Fly is freedom. Fly is mental freedom. So we really just got to break out of the mindset of, because somebody from the street, that mean they real. Or that's something to look up to or glorify. Every real person in the streets I know, I'm talking about real people, not the ones who just perfected the street persona. I'm talking about real people with genuine hearts. They was trying to keep their mama away from it. They didn't bring it to their mama. If they had kids, they was trying to keep their kids away from it. If they had kids, that was that motivational force. That was that motivational factor for them to find an exit out the streets. This wasn't cool. Nobody was putting guns in the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old hands. But you see that nowadays, that make you look tough. But it's backwards. Because they selling it to people who never been a part of it. But they're not selling the whole bag. They're not selling the fact that a real street person, whole mission is to not live in the project, not live in the hood, not be a part of that gang. Especially a real hustler. Just think a real hustler hustling for. Look around. If you want to follow somebody that made moves, that took them and their family out of that. Look at Jay-Z. Just look at him. I ain't got too much to say about him, but everybody pretty much know his background, at least where he come from. He out the gutter, out the slum. Look at his baby though. Look at his children. Are they growing up in the gutter, in the slum? Did he pass down that, or did he break that generational curse? Did he fall for the okey doke? Like Nas said, So many ways out the hood, but no sign say out. So it take a strong man, not a street nigga, not a real nigga. That means nothing. That's just things we say. We make up slangs every day, all day. That means nothing. I'm talking about it takes a strong-minded, strong-willed man to make it out of a trap that was set up for him to die and fail in his family, generation after generation. Nobody respect a nigga that say he a street nigga. That means nothing. Nobody real respect that. But if you real and you from the streets, that go a long way. That say a lot. You love your brother. You love your sister, you love your mama, you love your community, you love your family. You won't see everybody win. You ain't taking no disrespect from nobody, especially someone trying to be condescending just because they stereotyping you because of who you are and where you from. That's a real man. That's a real woman. Let's get back to reality. And stop glorifying the foolishness. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm talking about we just have to use our minds and stop misleading each other. Open your mind, open your heart, and recognize what's real. Stop falling for what they feeding you. At the end of the day, you know when something don't feel right. Your body, your heart, your mind. That's the way we design. We designed to combat illnesses. We designed to combat diseases. We designed to fight against anything not in the will of God. Because we are the creatures and God is the creator. We are the creation. God is within us all. So we automatically have that defense mechanism when it comes to something that bothers us or ills us or is not good for us. So you wasn't born stupid, regardless of the circumstance or situation you was born in. We all were born with the discernment of God. We all get out of touch with it. So let's just get back in touch with the realness. Let's stop falling for the okie doke. Let's stop thinking ignorance is cool. Man, once again, it's 2021. Ignorance, stupidity, acting tough, acting street is probably the worst look for a black man right now. It's the worst. I know they sell it, but they sold the Smurfs. You could sell Captain Crunch. You could sell anything. They sold the Muppet Babies. That means you gotta be a Muppet Baby? Like, let's stop falling for the okie doke. You know, let's open our eyes, open our hearts, and open our minds and be real about this. Because it is what it is now. You know, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. You feel me?